Live from WAVE in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you, and thanks for joining us here on WAVE Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. It is Wednesday. It means we are basically halfway through this work week, and we have got a wonderful show for you here today as we take you to the rundown now. We have got Crime Stoppers back with us today. They've got a new wanted list to tell you about. Norton Children's Hospital Foundation also joining us, talking all about the 2024 Home and BMW raffle, how you can get your chance to win. But up first here today, the team from Elder Advisors back with us, helping you to not go broke in a nursing home. So, two people sitting off to my left that you should know well by now, Larry Weiss and Lindsay Fleming.
Hello, Kentuckiana. Hello, children. Hello, Brian.
There's a joke somewhere about Larry being on the Crime Stoppers report, but I won't make it. I won't make it.
The deputy over here, he wanted to cite me for OTB. You know what that is? Operating too beautiful motor vehicle. Guilty as charged, officer. Guilty as charged.
That's why they're sitting in the studio today instead of the green room.
I'm a little nervous.
You're not allowed to go out that back door.
Right. Something about putting my hands behind my back. I'm not sure what that meant.
Yeah, it's okay.
You started this.
I did. I walked right into it. So we're here to talk about workshops.
Hey, don't go broke in nursing home. You don't have to.
It seems this is perfect timing because I've had a lot of people, I feel like, just in the world bringing up this topic a lot lately. People concerned about where their family members are going to go and what happens next.
Yeah. I mean, it's happening. More people are turning 65 now. We're just getting older. Like as a population, we're getting older, so it is happening more often. More friends and family members are experiencing, like, members of the sandwich generation, so taking care of young kids, but also taking care of an elderly parent or loved one, and it's a lot. A lot of people are experiencing right now, which is why we're having the workshops, right? So we're going to talk about all these things at the workshops.
Don't go broke in nursing home. You know, I was out in God's country, Kentucky, a couple weeks ago, Bloomfield, Kentucky, on the other side of Taylorsville. So coming back from Taylorsville, because sometimes I like to get out and meet the peeps, because I'm a man of the peeps.
You are.
So I'm visiting the family, and it's lunchtime, it's a little sustenance, so I stopped by the Teacup restaurant in Taylorsville. And in the main street, there's a deputy sleeping in the car. Floyd's cutting hair.
Man, you're on them today, aren't you?
And Otis is stumbling through this. Wait a minute, that's a script from Mayberry. Taylorsville could be Mayberry, but David is the man at the Teacup where quality is their only ingredient and cash is king. It's the only cash they take, cash. But other than that, it's a great place.
Okay.
No, the Teacup is a great little place. It's really great. Chicken salad, the desserts, they only take cash.
Okay.
Did I mention I take cash? Hey, don't take no for an answer, because don't go broke in a nursing home, because you don't have to, Kentuckiana. You just don't have to. Lindsay, it's okay, honey. Are the meds working now?
You're sorry.
She had to take a bow there. Okay, how people will probably sit back and they say, how is this possible? How are you guys able to help me through this? Because a lot of people, you talk about barbershop law all the time, people say, well, I heard there's nothing I can do.
Hey, great story. We had a family come in a couple of days ago where they came down from Madison, Indiana, because we go up to Madison a couple of times a year. This month we'll be in Seymour, Indiana. But they came in, and I asked the daughter, and Mama said, were you both at the workshop? And the daughter said, well, I was. And long story short, Dad's been declining rapidly. Mom was just so overwhelmed, and Dad, quite frankly, should already be in care. And Mom felt just beside herself when she got there, but by the time she left, she felt so much better because there were resources. And I knew the daughter sitting over there was already feeling better. She'd been to the workshop. We knew what we were going to do and what we talked about. But Mom was convinced nothing could be done because of the barbershop law. She was convinced she was going to lose a house. And no, that's just not the case. But that's why you need to come out to the workshop. Don't take no for an answer.
Lindsay, we've probably all had people in our lives that say this. They're like, no, that's just the way it is. I just expect that I'm going to lose all this.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because it's just not, that's not the case. We have another client from Madison that we're working on, and we're filing for benefits to get some relief for the family. They've been paying privately at a nursing facility for 4 years. They've been paying privately every month, writing a check for 4 years, and the whole time, the whole 4 years, there's been these benefits that they qualify for with our help, and with of course there's always a legal component. We're not attorneys, but with the help of the legal component and the attorneys as well, they qualify. Yeah, and she didn't have to give anything away or sell anything. I mean, it was just, we used the rules that applied to that family for them. And, that started with coming out to the workshop. So,
Which they would have never known about.
Right.
They didn't know for 4 years.
Right, and because Mom, with the story I was relaying, has subscribed to the barbershop law, nothing can be done. But that doesn't have to be the case. It starts Monday the 17th in Louisville at the Hilton Garden Inn on Crittenden Drive, right off exit 132. And on the 18th, we're back across the river in the southern Indiana, the sunny side of the river, some would say, at the Hampton Inn on Broadway off Veterans Parkway. And on the 19th, we're going up north for about 45 minutes to Seymour, Indiana, kind of south central Indiana. And I believe Amy Wheatley from Stein Law will be the attorney, kind of the triple crown of the legal eagle department there. So she's doing the legal nuance, because to be effective for husband and wife, we can protect pretty much all the assets, Brian. For a single person, about half. There's almost always a legal component. We're not attorneys, we're not firemen, we're not lumberjacks, we're not pharmacists, we're not senior vice presidents. So the legal component, we always have the legal covered by the attorneys.
Sure.
And the situations that Larry's talking about, when we can protect basically everything for a husband and wife or half for a single person, that's really crisis planning. That's like, I need care now. That's in a nursing home, but important note, that's also, I'm at home. I need help at home. I need whatever it is. So that is, it's don't go broke in a nursing home, but it's also don't go broke with the high cost of aging, right? Like, and it's expensive to get older, and that's what we help with. So there's lots that we can do on the front end, so that pre-planning. So now I'm talking to Kentuckiana and our folks and friends in Seymour. If you're, 60, 65, you're super healthy, you're doing your walks, getting your steps in, everything's great. It's a perfect time to come to the workshop and learn about the pre-planning things that you can do so we can protect even more.
Yeah, and at the workshops, it always starts off with 3 key questions, and there's always a couple empty chairs, and it's because those are people that have subscribed that nothing can be done. They've lost all hope, as you were alluding to earlier, and you are very insightful on television, by the way.
Oh,
that nothing can be done. But the reality is a lot can be done. So 3 key questions. How many people have a loved one in a nursing home about to go? Hands go up. That's crisis planning. We can help husband and wife. We can keep all the assets. For a single person, about half. Second variable is how many people want to simply avoid these problems in the future, give themselves peace of mind. That's pre-planning. Hands go up. And this third variable is how many people are at home trying to deal with this issue. Maybe someone's keeping an eye on the parents. Hands go up. That's pre-crisis planning. We can help in all 3 of those variables. There's usually always a legal component, and that's why I said, again, we're delighted to have Amy Wheatley from Stein Law. Autumn and I just met with a gentleman this morning where we started as a crisis plan a number of months ago. We got his wife on benefits, so now we've kind of got a dividing line. He's keeping everything. Well, he's concerned about his legacy, so we've developed a pre-plan for him now, getting the attorney involved to do that. So there's just a lot from that. So you may start out on one area, but you end up at others on that. But it starts with coming out of workshops. Kentuckiana, it's fun. It's insightful. Might learn something. Doubtful, but you might. But start with Monday in Louisville. Don't go broke in nursing home. Go to freeworkshop.com and register.
I think what you just said, so look at the bottom of the screen. The price is free.
It is free. It's freeworkshop.com. All people say, how much is a workshop? It's free. That's why you go to freeworkshop.com.
Yeah, and why would, especially to Lindsay's point, less than a minute left here, you talked about, okay, maybe it's somebody that's in their 60s, that is healthy, that's jogging, that's going to their doctor's appointments, doing all of the right things. So why would you not take it a step further and continue that with other aspects of your life?
It's a question I can't answer, and I wish everybody would. I sat across from a woman today at 10 a.m. and I just said, honey, I really wish I'd known you. I wish we could have done something for you, this many years ago or whatever. So it's truly never too late, but it becomes just very, very complicated. So I don't know why anybody wouldn't just come out and see what we have. I mean, see what it's about, because that's really where it starts.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys back on Friday, right?
Freeworkshop.com. We'll be back Friday with Amy Wheatley, Stein Law.
Perfect. Good to see you all as always.
Good to see you.
in a couple of days.
Taylorsville.
You're my favorite.
What about me?
Well,
Way better than Larry.
I'll have to end it on that.
I'm going to get him out of here before the sheriff comes
I can't
up.
do better than that. Speaking of, we actually have that segment coming up next. Major Mike Littlefield, Dave Yates from 582 Clue coming back. They've got a new wanted list to share with you. That's next.